Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Star, Season 2, Episode 1. It's entitled The Winner Takes It All. So the episode actually starts off with... See, this show, I don't know if I can just do a regular play-by-play because there's so much going on. But let me see. It starts off with Lee Daniels. We actually see Lee Daniels. We see the girls doing a music video. And black and white, classic. The song also sounds like a modern day throwback of, what is that? What is that era? Would you say like the 50s and 60s, if you will? But it's really nice. It's really cool. What's most important about that scene is it's actually Star's dream. She's dreaming them having this huge music video, big production. I guess the ideal director and choreography, all of that. She's pregnant. She gives birth. Again, this is all a dream. And it's Hunter's baby. So Hunter's mom goes and takes the baby, and all the girls are there, and they're just like, what's going on? Star wakes up, and she's in this... Mike Epps. Mike Epps is on the show, and he plays this music producer. He's a part of the label that they're signed to, because remember, when they won Atlanta Fest, they got signed. And it looks like things haven't been going well. So Star did her usual, sleeping her way to the top, or at least using her sexual wiles to try and get over on men. And the guy, so Mike Epps tells her, you know what? Yeah, I know your group. I know all that. That's great. That's cute. Star's trying to be coy, saying she's only slept with 2 people, and he's one of them. Like, okay, Star. Yeah, you keep going with that mentality. I'm already over her stepping into her old ways to try and get ahead. But I said, all right, I guess we'll continue on. And she's kind of putting the moves on him again to see what she can get out of him. And like I said, this just isn't my thing. I just don't want to see this from Star. We're back at the place, and I'm just going to have to do a rundown because things are going to move a little bit too slow. It was funny, though, when Bruce was doing that girl's hair, and she was so tender-headed. It was like, no, she's not tender-headed. Her hair's nappy. That's it. She's just nappy-headed. No, don't do that. So the mother pushes him. His wig goes flying back. I got cold. Simone isn't there. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Long story very short, Simone went and she was smoking weed, and because she was smoking weed, she went and got locked up, got put back in juvie. Star, again, is having these nightmares because when she attacked Hunter, she didn't kill Hunter, per se, but she attacked him, and all that stuff that happened, it just mentally did a number on her, because remember, Hunter is dead. He's killed. The girl that Eva that he was sleeping with was killed. Apparently High Hill, who was there, also was shot and pronounced dead. I'm thinking, what? What type of mess is this? So now Cotton's getting released today from jail. She gets released, and of course her mother's there to bring her along with Bruce. Cotton looks very just natural. I said, oh, okay. Because Cotton still looked like Cotton. Cotton just looked a little rough. Just a little rough without the extensions and, you know, the dressing or the fitted stuff. It was just kind of like, all right, what's good? So, Cotton's storyline, because I'm going to go and, yeah, because it's funny. With this show, I do remember everything that happened. This is probably one of the rare shows where I remember pretty much what happened. So, part of the things that happened had to do with the fact that Cotton was in jail. Remember, she went and took the $20,000 from her ex-boyfriend so that she can go and try and get the surgery. And then he went and called, well, the cops, him. Yeah, we'll say it's him. Called the cops. And there was fraud. So she went to jail. She's now out. She has, years and years of probation along with having to pay restitution. Cotton eventually finds out that her mom, Carlotta, went and mortgaged the salon in order to pay for the lawyer fees. And now she feels guilty, so she goes back to the club because she's just like... But before she goes back, she has a conversation with Carlotta because, remember, High Hill's supposed to be dead, and she does miss him. Apparently, there was this... High Hill's car is essentially left to Cotton, or for Cotton to do whatever she wanted with it. So Cotton has that, sees the picture of when she was little, when she was still, technically a boy, and she was just like, oh, well, High Hill wanted to have it. So she said, oh, okay. She wants to go and sell the car because she wants to help pay her mother back. Her mom's like, look, you a hustler. You got that from your father. I know you got this. She said, no, I got that from you. I'm thinking, you dang right you got that from Carlotta, because Carlotta doesn't play. And so then she's at the club, and a couple of things happen. One, she gets this because she's just like, I just came out. How is someone already trying to ask for me? It was her ex-boyfriend saying, oh, hey, welcome back. I said, not today. Not today. She got there so fast because she knew she was going to catch a case. A body was about to drop. She was going to catch a case. So she got out of there. And then while she was down at the bar with her girl, this guy is trying to hit on them and trying to see what he can do. And they're not featuring him. They don't want him. They're just like, nah, we're cool. And he doesn't leave them alone. And then he's just like, he starts to get semi-aggressive. And so her friend, I believe, what was his name? Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. Dallas was like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Bro, my boss is that. Bro. I can't even get my voice lower than hers. Bro. No, it's not gonna work. But bro, you know we'll get you right. You want this duck? Do you really want some of it? Cause you get some of this you want. He had that look up. Oh my god, and ran away. And the girls were there at the club, so they made sure that Cotton didn't do anything stupid. That was essentially the end of Cotton's storyline, pretty much for the rest of the episode. Then we get to the main girl, so I'm going to go girl by girl. So let's start with Simone, because hers was the easiest messed up. Like I said, Simone got caught smoking weed, and she got pinched. Now she's in juvie for a certain period of time, for the simple fact that Carlotta, because she has a prior record, couldn't get custody of Simone. So now the government has her, the state has her, but she can't even be placed in a foster home because her background's just too messed up. So Star goes and gets her, and you can tell that things are rough in there. We don't know how bad, but we know that it's bad. And they have to work on this song. So a little bit later on in the episode, when things were working out, Simone went back in. She was over. Each time she came out, she was a little bit worse. Because the thing is, she was supposed to stay clean. She couldn't do that. She was high again because it's tough in there. And Star was trying to tell her that, I know how it is to be in. Trust me, I know how it is to be in there. So when I tell you you can't do that stuff, you can't do that stuff. You can't do that stuff. I need for you to be the best you. This isn't being the best you. So get it together. All right? And so that was essentially that. I already told you that Star was sleeping with the producer. That wasn't working out so well because the producers just like, look, I get and I see what you're trying to do, but we need to know this. I don't hear a hit. I don't hear a hit. I don't hear a bop. And that's it. You need to come up with something new, something fresh. Because Carlotta even confronted him. It's like, you need to come up with something new, something fresh, or else. Or else that's it. So, they actually come up with something new. And it was while they were at the club. Technically, it was only Alex and Star because, of course, Simone couldn't go out. And Simone has 10 p.m. curfew. And while they were there, they actually saw Luke James. Now, Luke James was in, like, the opening credits. So I'm thinking that he's actually a part of the show this season. I feel like that's something I kind of knew, but it's good. It's always good to see someone like Luke James, continue to get the glow up. And I like the way how his career is building, because I feel like it's for the longevity, not just a flash in the pants type of thing, type of situation. So that's nice. Now, Luke, he plays this smooth, like R&B type dude. His issue is he makes really awesome albums. He hasn't made an album in a couple of years. He's just been writing some stuff, producing some stuff, but he's kind of cold. He's one of those people where if he goes to the club, yeah, all the girls are all over him, and he has his posse, and he has his crew. Star knows what she needs to do, so she goes, while they're in the club, she takes one of the bottles from the bottle girl, knocks her down, and just like, you know what, I'm sorry, you couldn't hold your liquor, so I just held it for you. Star, you're trash. Such trash. And she goes, gets her way into the VIP, talks to Luke James, and what's his character name? Nah? I almost feel like his character's name is Nah, which is just stupid, if that's the case. But he's kind of giving him the cold shoulder. She says, I'm in the girl group. We're doing big things. You made awesome albums, but you're cold in these streets. You're cold in these streets, and I don't know what it is about you, but I feel like if you worked with us, it would be a good look for you, because we're slowly on the ground making stuff happen. And if you go and we collaborate, man. But I guess you can stay here and continue to do what you're doing, be what you're being. He kind of said, all right, you can leave because you're giving me nothing. When he saw Alex, he said, aren't you someone's daughter? She said, yeah, I'm someone's daughter. And that's exactly why Alex is trying to get bigger and better. But when they're in the club, they heard this like, and because Mike Epps' character told them, you need to go and create a more, he envisioned the group to have more worldly sound so that they could appease multiple markets and be international. At one point, he even told them, if you're not in that Despacito type of flow move, then I don't want it. I don't want it. And they came up with the sound because they went in the studio. Carlotta had to go and whip them into shape because they're kind of over it. They had only 24 hours to go and get him a new song. He was saying how, and they had this song, and they had to contemplate if it was going to be called New B or New Bish. And Star, of course, wants it to be called New B. B as in bit. But Simone's saying, and I think Alex as well, like, why can't we just do Bish? And so like, that's whack. It's either you commit or you don't. Part of me said, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because either way, mainstream radio is going to edit it on some level because it's too close. I mean, I saw the rules. It's ridiculous. I understand them, but so they were arguing about that. That's when they had the writer's block. That's when they went to the club. All of that. Yes, Star at one point, because she got, while they were in, the salon, she got taken to the station because Hunter's mother, who is the grieving widow, I know it's messed up, but that's what I'm calling the grieving widow. She is over it. Her mission is to find her son's killer, and she believes Star did it. So she decides she's going to go and pin it on Star. She opens up her sealed records, and apparently she's had a record ever since she was 12 years old. So they brought her in, and they're like, oh, well, we saw the video of you, attacking him. And she was like, yeah, because he hit me. Well, who's to say that you didn't want to make sure that he could never hit you again and killed you? She said, I would have loved to do that. Do you want to know why? My phone's upstairs, but do you want to know why? Because I have this. I have this right here, and it's picture after picture after picture. And she's like, picture, testimonials, videos, you name it, text messages of him saying, I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. I won't do it. Yeah, I didn't release it because he died. So I figured I would just let it die as well. But if you think for a second that that I feel bad that one, he's dead, or two, that I did it, then you're a fool. I was scared for my life. And for you even to go and try to badger me and do this to me when even after he did that to me, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't try to run his name in the muck. Really? And she was about to cry, or I think she started to cry. And so then, the investigator said, okay, you're free to go. Because, you know, he has a heart, and the evidence is right there. I mean, it's not, they could trace everything, so it could be proven. So he realized, because even when the information was given to him, he said, these are supposed to be sealed. So I appreciate the humanity for 2.5 seconds. Now, another big part of the episode with Cotton came home, so they're doing a party. And part of the issue is that Cotton actually isn't really with Cotton. Well, Cotton's friends, you know, they're part of the LGBTQ. I think there's even more stuff now along with that. But they're there, and apparently, I don't know if it was Alex or if it was Derek's actual family that were like, no, we're going to go upstairs because if we don't get down with that or with them. I said, really? Like, it's fine if you're not comfortable because you're like, that's different. And I don't really know how to move with that. I'm not really sure. It's not even that I look down or, you know, dislike or anything. It's just like, oh, it's a little different. But no, they're completely, I don't mess with that. No. If I had holy water, I'd throw it on you type. Well, probably acid. And speaking of acid, when Cotton was in jail, and she was on the women's side, they threw acid on her. It was so bad. She was pleading to the guards, please put me in general population. Please put me with the men. That's how bad it was for her as a transgendered woman. I said, dang. Wow. And so, Cotton said, after that, things were okay. I said, oh, Lord, she got her man that was down for that. And that's exactly what happened. She got bumped with this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of him this season. Maybe he'll get, who knows. So there's that, and it's jail, and the stuff that happens in jail sexually is very fluid in jail. I'll just leave it at that. No, they were in prison. Why am I saying jail? They're in prison. Not with everyone, obviously, but with some, or with enough. I almost don't even want to talk about Alex. So Alex, she moved out of the house, of Carlotta's house, and her plan is to move in with Derek. So she's going to be next door. It's no problem. Or something of the sorts. Part of the issue is Derek, remember, he has no feeling or minimum feeling from the waist down. So he's still in the wheelchair. I think his is motorized, but still. He's in the wheelchair, and she lost the baby. She had a miscarriage. So, and she doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't talk about it with anyone. Even Star was saying, you need to talk to someone and talk to Derek, because how can you not? He's hurting too. He lost someone too. And I said, wow, that's actually mature of Star. That just felt weird coming out of my mouth, but it's true. And what we find out, because I said, something's not right here. I said, she didn't have no miscarriage. That's a little on my shoulders, like, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, she had an abortion. She absolutely did. You can't tell me any different. You cannot tell me any different. She was on that table with the stirrups, and they say count to 10. No one was there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I just, interpreted that wrong and the baby was gone. She had to, deliver. Then that's horrible. But I don't think that's what happened. I think she had an abortion based on, her being just there with the doctor, and then you heard the heartbeat, and the heartbeat stopped. So I think they put her under, and then, they killed the fetus. And that was wow. Because I guess with Derek being in the position that he's in, they tried to have sex one time, and I don't know if he just felt really uncomfortable or if it wasn't working properly downstairs for him. So then they just stopped. So Alex is dealing with that. Her mother's actually being human this season. Her mother went to the barbecue, the welcome home Cotton barbecue, was eating fried chicken. Alex was astonished. And then we see Derek's grandmother, who she was smoking a spliff, getting real nice. And Simone was there doing the same thing, even though she just got put in juvie because of the... You can't make this stuff up, but that's real life. When they finished the song and they talked to Mike's character, they found out that he got fired, so now there's a new person in charge. Carlotta said the lines owed me a favor, as in Empire, so she went and talked to Jamal. I think she went to New York, if I'm not mistaken. Jamal got her in this nice, lavish place. He was trying to schmooze the new record exec, and the record exec caught it. She was pissed. She said, screw off. We even saw Carol, and Carol was like, Cookie, Lucius, no, he's sick. He's not doing well, even though Jamal just told her, be quiet and make sure don't tell her that something's wrong with Lucius. Carol's a mess. And that record exec, nasty. I'm sure Carlotta did something to her, either did something to her and just didn't know it, or maybe was working with people that did something to her, but that was personal. That wasn't, oh, I'm just being petty. That was personal. At the very end of the episode, it was interesting because, like I said, we got the clarity on Alex and the abortion, and we also saw, if I'm not we saw Simone. She got, Simone in juvie, it's not going well. Some girls, they didn't beat her up, but they did do the whole intimidation. We know who your sister is. You know what you're doing. But we also know we like them shoes. So they took her shoes, and then she started to cry. And we see again the whole thing of High Heels dead, and something very troubling pops up. I said, wait a minute, that can't be what I think it is. And yes, it was. The person who shot High Hill was Carlotta, which I knew. I knew it was Carlotta. I was looking at the gun. I said, that gun is small and it looks very familiar. Yeah, I said, that looks like Carlotta's profile. There was just something about it. I said, this just doesn't make sense. And where he got shot in the... High Hill isn't dead. He's probably hiding out somewhere. He probably had to... Because remember, they were still trying to kill him. So maybe they made this whole plan and ruse to go and... Because Carlotta wouldn't just go and kill those two. It makes absolutely no sense. So maybe High Hill called her or something. But she was wearing the stuff ready to go. So there was a plan in place. I don't know what's going on. Next week, within the next 2 episodes, I'll know everything. That's how I am with these shows. So please like, comment, subscribe. Whew, but the show's draining. It truly is.